Well, good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me here on the beach. The sun is going to rise, but it's kind of hidden right now. It's still early. If you want what we have, and you're willing to go to any lengths to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. I wish I had understood what that meant in the beginning, because I didn't. I wanted what you had, but I wasn't willing to go to any lengths. In fact, I wasn't really ready to do anything. I just wanted all the negativity to stop, man. I just wanted to feel better. I wanted it behind me. But I had no willingness to do anything about it. That's why I remained a chronic relapser for a number of years. I'll tell you, I don't suggest doing it that way. That's for sure. It's not a good life. In and out of AA, in and out of bars, in and out of liquor stores, in and out of relationships. It's not a good life. When I became willing to go to any lengths for victory over alcohol, I stood a chance. I stood a chance at recovery. But I had to be willing to go to any length. I think what that statement means is no reservations. No, like, well, I'll do some of this stuff, but this is where I draw the line. I'm not going to do a fourth step or something along those lines. No, this is willing to go to any lengths. Now, on my community page, someone posted a question about this. About what does that look like at 1 year, or 5 years, or 25 years, or even today? What does that look like, being willing to go to any lengths? First of all, I'm no expert, okay? I'm just another one of the bozos on the bus, trying to stay sober one day at a time. But for me, being willing to go to any length has to always be there. It doesn't matter how long I've been sober. What we have is a daily reprieve. And so that means that I need to maintain that willingness throughout my recovery, from day one till the day they put me in the ground. Now, when I lose that willingness, I'm doomed. So I don't think that the being willing to go to any lengths has anything to do with how long you've been sober. I think what does change is the lengths that you have to go to. Those lengths become different. They're still there, and it still requires the willingness to go to any length, but it's important to maintain that willingness throughout your recovery. The lengths that I go to today are completely different. Most of them are completely different than when I first got sober. When I first got sober, it was like, there was this combination of white knuckling, using my willpower to stay sober, along with these new ideas about turning it over to God and allowing His will to take place. So, there was this battle going on, and being willing to admit complete defeat, that was tough for me. That's not tough for me anymore. Alcohol won, man. Complete defeat. I was powerless. And my life was certainly unmanageable. That may be a tough thing to come to that conclusion in the beginning, but not anymore. I know that within me. So the links that I have to go to are not the same. They've changed. That one's a given. That one is a complete given. I am powerless. The other thing that I would do in early sobriety was I was completely confused on what my life was going to look like. And so I would take all this advice or words of wisdom from others in the program, I would take it as though it was law. And I would try to abide by the words of every single person I met in recovery. That's overload, okay? First of all, everybody does it a little different. I had to find that one person in the program that I could completely trust. That's called a sponsor. There's a fellow in the program, he's no longer with us, but one of his sayings that I've always enjoyed is, he'd say, you know, I've got over 20 years of sobriety now, so I probably only need like one meeting a week. The problem is, I don't know which one I need. So I'm going to go ahead and hit them all. I love that. I stay involved. I stay completely involved, and yes, willing to go to any lengths to help another alcoholic. Now, you know, one of the things that I have had to come to terms with lately is a balance, finding a balance. You know, I'll help you as long as you're asking for help. But what happens is people ask for help and then they don't do anything to help themselves. They don't take the steps necessary to recover. They just continue to live the way they've always lived. And at that point, I need to move on. I can't just continue to push help upon someone who doesn't want it. You know, I was a Boy Scout, and I remember the Scoutmaster saying, yes, help a little old lady across the street, but before you do, make damn sure she wants to go. You don't want to be dragging some old lady across the street. So I'm working on finding that balance between helping others and shoving it down their throat. I don't want to do that. That willingness to help others and to be a part of something where people are being helped, it gets me out of myself. No longer am I the center of the universe, because that's the way it used to be. Today, I genuinely care about the welfare of my fellow man. Now, does that mean that I help everyone around me? That's impossible, okay? I do my best to help people that are in need, and especially my fellow alcoholics. So, you know, I don't know, I've kind of bounced around a little bit this morning, but it's important that I maintain that willingness. Because see, the willingness can fade. And it's happened to me in the past where I'm like, you know, this is pretty good. I'll just hang out here and coast along. There's no coasting in recovery, okay? Keep that in mind. That's important news. There is no coasting. I relate it to roller skating, uphill. It can be done, but it's going to take some effort. Can you imagine trying to coast uphill on roller skates? You're not going to get very far. So yes, it takes effort. Not a lot, but it does take effort to maintain and enjoy my sobriety. The effort in the beginning was getting sober and learning how to live sober. Now it's maintaining my sobriety and enjoying it. Learning to enjoy your sobriety. The effort feels effortless. It's a way of life that I never could have imagined, where I live happy, joyous, and free. You guys have a great day. I'll see you on my next video. Hey, check out that community page. Love to hear from you. Bye-bye.